Water right here.
How we doing? How y'all doing?
Hey, John. Tom Arizona with Plus Points. Welcome to LA.
Appreciate that.
First thing I want to ask you is, what are you most excited about when it comes to playing with this team and playing winning basketball? First time in a while.
Yeah, I'm just firstly super excited to be in the city of LA. I've enjoyed myself when I wasn't, on the team here. So now, in the best way, just enjoying my time. I just feel like I'm at peace, I'm calm. And on the basketball side, I haven't really had a chance to play with a high-level playmaker such as CP, James, since Trey. So I left Trey in Atlanta. Obviously, some great young talent in Utah as well. But just excited to, again, be in an organization that's ready to win now, respectively where I was. We we're in different situations, and I could just feel the energy as soon as I walk into the arena, the intensity, the focus, the need to win, and it's exciting.
You've been linked to this team for quite some time on social media and rumors and all those things. Had you heard about those? Had you been privy to those conversations? And what was your reaction when you finally got the news that the trade was going through?
No, yeah, I try not to see or try not to look, but I end up just seeing everything. So, whenever I see it, just again, you just start to your mind just starts to race, thinking about all the possibilities of what could happen. But I just tried to stay positive and to do my job and focus on what was in front of me. But again, exciting to think about it, and now even more exciting to see what those possibilities are actually like in real life, and I'm going to continue to figure it out every day.
Hey John, Long Mary at the Athletic. Good to see you, man.
Brother.
Cool. It's been a lot of years where Kawhi has at least hinted that he'd like to play with a bigger forward, to start games and just in general on the roster. You've played this team before, with the Clippers lined up the way they are. What have been the conversations been with Kawhi specifically, and what do you feel like you can add to this team that you clearly saw they didn't have over the last 2-3 years?
No, just firstly, what I can bring is this, overall, I'd say the biggest thing, because I feel like we have everything. If we're just not talking about what I can do with the basketball, but what I bring is that energy, the spark, the juice, whatever you want to call it. I feel like that's needed on any team, anywhere. And I feel like, I've been the leader, the vocal leader, the mental leader on any team I've been on my entire life until now. So it's going to be great for me to not necessarily take a step back, but again, just embrace all of the basketball knowledge, information that I'm going to be learning on the court, off the court. And when it comes to talking about Kawhi, excited to learn from him defensively. Definitely excited for him not to be guarding me every time, because whenever I played the Clippers, Kawhi was always guarding me, which I didn't really want, didn't really appreciate. So it's great to have him on my side. And just, obviously we all know Kawhi, not too long-winded conversations, but you know what I mean? When we're talking about what we really want to do is win, and we don't really need to talk too much about that. You know what I'm saying? I know what I want to do, and I want to respect his time, his greatness, and what he brings on the court with, my 100% effort.
John, good to see you. Justin Russo writes, Ty was up here talking about your versatility. He sees you obviously as a 4, but also in some lineups you can play as the 5. What do you envision your role as, and kind of how do you see yourself fitting into what is a contract year essentially for you?
Oh, no, yeah, sure. I mean, I'm just pretty confident in my abilities and my work and what I've done every summer, how I take care of my body. And, I pride myself on that versatility to be able to come into, as I said, I feel like any team and just be able to add, whether it's, spacing, energy, rebounding, defense, leadership. I feel like I call myself a chameleon. I could, change colors, shape shift into whatever version of myself is needed. And again, I just pride myself on being able to do that. I don't think about what I am or will be. I just try to adjust. As basketball is just a game that just changes so much. So I just try to be flexible and flex to what the team needs in different areas and times.
Hi, John. Joey Lynn on that side. Lawrence was talking about how it's really been a long time, really since Blake Griffin, that you guys, the Clippers, have had a really athletic power forward. What were those conversations like? Just how you are going to be free to just obviously playing alongside James, the opportunities that's going to present just athletically. How excited are you to kind of show just more of that with this team?
No, extremely excited about the platform of just being in LA, the eyes, the fans, and just the attention. I feel like, as a player, I always feel like I get overlooked, overrated, or whatever you call it. Whether it be the chip on my shoulder or whether it be being real or not, it's motivation for me. And I can definitely, I definitely appreciate the energy from the city. Since I've been here, obviously, I dunk a lot, and Blake dunked a lot too. So I've just felt that good, positive energy. The crowd wants to be entertained. They want to see people dunk, of course, and hoping I could bring that to the fans in the best way. And I also know I got two great playmakers who are going to help that make that happen a little bit easier. So I am, again, can't say it enough, but I'm just extremely excited to know that I can play a certain style of basketball that allows me to truly, in the best way, not think and sort of just flow and let the playmaking abilities of, again, CP, KD, who I've also, Chris Dunn, who I've also played with before, and just let the PGs do their thing and allow the game to flow.
John, Rona Shelburne, ESPN.
Good to see you.
What's it like for you to be on? You're kind of the younger guy on this team.
Yeah.
I think, like in Utah, you were probably the vet, right?
Yeah.
What's it like? I mean, everybody here is in their late 30s. Crazy P's.
No,
40.
it's honestly funny, right? Everybody knows about media day today. I got rooked today, right? Because I'm wondering, I was the first person out here doing everything. And I'm like, how is everybody done already? And now I'm like, oh, well, it's like James, CP, Brooke. They're like, who's in front of me? John. Oh, jumping him. You know what I mean? So it's a respect thing. I'm not even mad. It is what it is. But you just forget you forget sometimes, like I was the vet, you know what I mean? 8 years in last year. I was the oldest player on my team. I think it was myself and Jordan Clarkson.
Yeah.
We're the two oldest players, and then in in Atlanta as well, I was like the longest tenured player and longest person in the league as well. So it's cool. It's refreshing, man. It keeps me humble and makes it fun.
Hey John, Fargo Nashari on SI. Earlier you said you kind of consider yourself like the juice or the spark, and like when you look at the Clippers for the past couple of seasons, they definitely look like a team that needed like that extra spark or the juice. Is that something you've seen sometimes on the outside looking like I'm a perfect fit for what I can do for this team?
Yeah. I'm a basketball fanatic. Like, not everybody in the NBA is like a fanboy, I guess, like me. So again, I get carried away sometimes, just whatever team it was. But obviously with James, it's always like, ooh, man, I would, love to be with James and love to be with this guy and that guy. So it's just funny how things work, and I'm excited to bring that. I definitely could see that, rebounding, as we talked about, certain areas and energies, winning plays. As I said, I know we have guys here that do those, but just to have more is always great, and that's what I feel like I bring is more.
Is James a player you've been really excited to play with for quite some time?
Super duper. I mean, pick and roll master. I feel like, I live in the pick and roll and can do my thing and wheel and deal in the pick and roll as well. So again, I'm very big on what I say, being, I'm very big on my words and speaking things into existence. So I try not to speak in totality or just speak in things in the way that they're already done. But again, extremely excited to play with James and have him on my team.
Hey John, right here, Grant Mona, Sporting Tribune. Welcome to LA. You played in Utah and you played at that place with kind of a wall, which Steve Ballmer kind of, I guess, formed this wall for. And coming to Intuit Dome, you played here with the Utah Jazz. What have you thought of being in the Intuit Dome as a player now for the Clippers, all the facilities and everything? Did it make an impression on you when you were playing in Utah and coming here too?
No, for sure. Obviously taken aback at all the technology and just the lighting, the experience that you get from being here, just not even as a player, but just the amenities that Steve has been able to put in the facility for the locker room side and the arena side. It's exciting. It's again a breath of fresh air for me. Something that I can look forward to. Again, on the fan side of me, the fan in me, it's like, man, this is so cool. Like, try not to, get too excited and lock in, but it just always helps me when I can feed that kid in me, to have just a little fun and look at the game in a different light.
Two more. John, Janice Carr, the Southern California News Group. You keep mentioning James Harden. Have you sat down and talked to James Harden, what he expects from you and what you expect from the team? I mean, what kind of conversations have you had?
Oh no, I feel like we've honestly had every conversation, maybe except for expectation, in terms of it being understood. I feel like, I respect him as, the bearded one, as I call him. And he just respects me and for what he knows about me and my game. Actually had a chance to go out with him and with the Scottsdale, did a little mini training camp and had a chance to sit down and spend some time with him. Again, we didn't really talk about, that sort of mode of basketball, but we did have a chance to bond and just like you said, just break the ice. And that's just as important as well as the chemistry on the court, is having some good chemistry off.
Were the conversations, like, anything surprise you coming from James, or did you know everything you knew about him?
I would say this, I don't know anything, firstly, but what I do know is that I just want to respect James on the court and give him my all. But I do know there will be more things I find out about him as the years goes on, as he will about me, but nothing more than him being more down to earth than I thought, which I knew was going to happen, just by you meeting somebody and spending some time with people. They're just more personable than what you thought, and we go from there.
Last one.
How you doing, John? Demetrius Beater with Infinity TV.
What's going on, brother?
Welcome to LA.
Appreciate
Also
that.
to ask you, now playing the forward, now you're down there with Zoo.
Big Zoo.
Knowing yourself being a dominant rebounder, how can you see the combo of you and Zoo on the defense end?
And me and Zoo and I have talked about that a lot already, and we're excited to rebound. As weird as that sounds, I respectfully, as he is and myself, we look at each other as, I don't know what you would say, but a certain level of person that boxes out, because Zoo boxes out a lot as well as I do, and sometimes when you box out, you're relishing for somebody else to come over the top and grab those boards, and that's the chemistry of you box, I box. It just helps our team rebound, and that helps our overall defense. And again, just long story short, we're both excited to have another great rebounder next to each other. So we did have a chance to talk about that a little bit. So I'm definitely happy to have Big Zoo with me down there on the block.
Thanks, John.
Thank you guys.